will. If you're hearing thunder and stuff, I'm really actually excited because all the kids are like sniffling, and this will be good. All right, next news story. Beeple, a famous
Yes.
NFT artist, is
Saw
opening an
this.
in real life art studio. And I'll show you. This is quite cool.
This is very cool.
I like time lapse videos. And the funny thing is, he said building, and this is literally building.
That's great.
For those of you that don't know, I mean, people, sold he sold his artwork at Christie's, sells NFTs upwards of 10, 20, 30 million dollars,
Yep.
and he's now. I'll wait for this to stop. Then not all. You don't really need the music. And he's now creating an in real life art studio, which is what you're watching here. There is going to be like screens and stuff for NFTs. But this has been a lifelong dream of his, and I'm really, really happy for him.
Yeah. Me too.
And I think it's really, really cool. And it just shows you, I've listened to his story in quite a lot of depth, and he says people just see like a $70 million or whatever it was, 50 to $70 million Christie's sale, and they don't realize that for 25 years he was creating artwork that no one wanted to buy. And I
Exactly.
just think it's really a beautiful story of the NFT space and what it can do. He really, NFTs and digital art has brought him to the fame that he is now. And he's using some of what he's made to create a lifelong dream, and I think it's really, really cool, really, really cool.
Yeah, shout out Beeple. That's really fucking cool. He's also from my hometown, Charleston, South Carolina. So shout out Charleston. He's walking around there. I'm sure some of my friends have probably ran into him at a Starbucks and didn't even know. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But Beeple, dude, that's just crazy. Like, imagine being an artist and people being that stoked when you post your art every day and just like wanting to buy. Like, that's gotta be such a cool feeling. I mean, I've sold my art for hundreds and also thousands of dollars, and it's a cool feeling. But for this to be an artist and do art all the time and people always want your art, that's got to be so cool.
Incredible. It really is. And again, I also take my hat off to him. So he says, very excited to show the first sneak peek at just one part of our studio here in Charleston. This will be the outlet for not just my artwork, but the entire digital art NFT community. Coming together and experiencing digital artwork in real life is something that I think will help bring a new wave of collectors, and that is precisely what we need to move past this bear market. The boom happened because suddenly a lot of people learned of what we were doing and believed in it. For that to happen again, we need to find new ways of bringing collectors who probably would not have heard of NFTs. I believe by showing people that this artwork can absolutely be shared and appreciated in real life, not just on tiny screens, they will see that this medium is just like any other, with the ability to bring beauty, provoke thoughtful discussion, and truly move us. I know how insanely passionate our community is, which makes me so pumped and humbled to have the ability to help share this with the rest of the world. So I think that's really, really awesome, man.
I love this shit. I love when people start to innovate and do things like this. Is inspiring for me because he's an artist, right? He's not, I wouldn't, like, I assume if you were to ask him, like, do you think you would ever be like a builder of sorts and like create this big thing? He probably would have been like, no, in the past. And the same with me, like when I do YouTube, I'm always like, no, I'm just a content creator. Like I probably couldn't do that ever. But seeing other people do things that's a bit, probably out of their comfort zone, a bit of a risk, something innovative, that always like is just dope for me. I just love seeing stories like that. I love hearing people take risks and winning, even if they lose. I'm like, that's cool as fuck. You're in a good position and you took a risk to do something that you thought was going to be powerful and bigger than you. Super inspiring.